Isaac Newton, perhaps the greatest scientist who has ever lived, spent an important part of his life on alchemy. Alchemy was aimed to turn metals into gold and discover the secret of eternal life. For that reason, we sometimes call Newton the last wizard who ever lived. We will talk a lot about Newton in next videos, so make sure to subscribe if you don't wanna miss it. In recent days, one of the Newton's greatest dreams has already come true. Yes, we turned lead into gold. Let me explain. At CERN inside the famous Large Hadron Collider, in Alice experiments, lead ions were accelerated to 99.99999% of the speed of light. However, unlike the commonly known head-on collision experiments, this time they were passed extremely close to each other, instead of colliding directly. At such extreme speeds, the electromagnetic fields produced by the particles become enormously compressed in front of them. As a result of this extreme compression, ultra-short-lived photons are emitted. At this time, if there is another nucleus nearby, these photons can interact with it, knocking out some neutrons and protons from the atom. For example, when a lead atom with 82 protons passes by, knocking out 3 protons leaves behind gold atom with 79 protons. Pure gold, just like Newton dreamed. But there is one problem. Between 2015 and 2018, it was calculated that 86 billion gold nuclei were produced in the experiments which have potential to create gold. At first that number sounds enormous, but when you calculate it, it amounts only 28 picograms. Unfortunately, after the gold is produced, it smashes into the walls of the collider at full speed, instantly breaking off protons, neutrons and other particles, disappearing within just a few nanoseconds. And finally, the cost of the electricity needed to run these experiments is millions of times higher than the value of gold produced. Sorry, dear Newton.